Welcome to TRS Clips, where you'll find happiness through your own curiosity. When you do so many surgeries, what changes in a human's mind? What changes in you?
I changed from being informed to being knowledgeable to finally being wise.
Through surgeries?
Yes.
You think wisdom increases through surgeries?
Yes, because we learn when not to operate.
What does that mean?
All my life, I've learned from my patients, whom I see in my clinic, and from other patients who come to me, that the decision for surgery is far more important than the incision of surgery.
The decision of surgery is more important. What does that mean?
In life, like in surgery, we have a product, we have a process, and we have a purpose. Surgery is a product. इनकी microlumbar surgery की है. We have done a microlumbar surgical decompression of the spine, lower back, for a nerve which was getting pinched. That's the product. The process is the way it was done, with the microscope, with a particular light in the operating room. The purpose was why it was done. When we begin our career, as I did 33 years back, I was very keen on executing the product. Over a period of time, I honed my skills and learned how to do it well, the process. It's much later in life that we as doctors and more so as surgeons realize that why the surgery was done was the most important. So the purpose is more important than the process, is far more important than the product. The why is more important than the how, and is far more important than the what. So as we age, as we ripen, as we grow older or senile, wisdom dawns, knowledge reduces. Knowledge is information coming here. Wisdom is pushing the irrelevant knowledge out and keeping just that which is important to be executed. So the past, the present, and the future makes me less aggressive and has taught me that do no harm, which is the primary thing that a doctor or a surgeon should do, should be do no harm surgically or non-surgically.
Can you do harm surgically?
Oh yes, we could. Surgical errors do happen either by oversight or by mistake.
What is oversight?
An act of omission or an act of commission. An act of omission is where a surgeon does not recognize something that was present during the operation. Oversight. The eye does not see what the mind does not know. So a particular surgeon was not wise or knowledgeable enough to pick up something which he should have picked up, an act of omission. An act of commission is either by choice or by accident, something which did not need to be touched, got touched.
Got it.
So these are small nuances which could happen in the life of a surgeon and could create a paradigm shift in the way the surgeon looks at himself and the way that you, that is society, looks at us.
And in the way the patient lives the rest of their life.
Absolutely.
Okay. So when I do podcasts with people from different industries, there's always a commonality I see. For example, you'll see that all cricketers are the same way inside. All the actors are the same way. Specifically with respect to sports. Are you a sports person? Like, do you watch?
Of course.
Okay. So when you talk to opening batsmen, it's a very common theme, which is that they're a little crazy. Opening batsmen are a little whacked out. It's just how they are. Shikhar Dhawan and all the other people I've spoken to. When you talk to goalkeepers in football, they're the same. Little whacked out. And I'm saying this as a compliment because I feel even I'm eccentric, but I feel the most experienced surgeons are a little bit eccentric. And it's nice. So I always question that when you're opening up a human body that much for a living, does it change something in you? Does it change something in your brain? Which it definitely makes you different from the doctors who don't go about surgery. I'm not going into a doctor classism angle. I'm just talking about personality here. But it changes you a little bit from the rest of society also. I don't know why. Maybe when you're opening up those bodies, there's some kind of energy exchange that happens between you and the patient. I don't know. I'm just firing darts in the dark. So you tell me, am I saying something?
You are absolutely right. If you allow me to just trace the way I am,
Sure.
I have had the good fortune or ill fortune of having operated my own blood relatives. And that is what actually convinced me about what you're just saying. That surgeons who are actually karma yogis are performing surgery with detached involvement. We are associating ourselves as the instruments who are performing the act. We need to detach ourselves. We must understand that the entire Bhagavad Gita is based on the despondency of Arjun, who was unable to pick up the bow and arrow against his own blood relatives. Am I correct?
Got it.
I connect, empathize, am compassionate with my patient, but during the process, the purpose is far more important, and hence I disconnect myself, detach myself with that human being who has given his or her life to me for those couple of hours, with the idea that I, as an instrument of a much higher force, and doing something within him or her to change the anatomy, the structure, so that his or her function or physiology improves.
Or the reality improves. Just
Absolutely. The quality of life improves. What I do is handle neck and low back issues because that's my core competence. We need to do something which improves their quality of life.
got it.
So we either tell them to modify their lifestyle to suit their back or modify their back to suit their lifestyle.
Wow.
That's all that we do.
Hey, if you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out all the other clips we've uploaded on this channel. You'll find a clip related to almost every single topic as long as you're willing to search for it.